Hey, hello, भाई लोग. How is it going? क्या हाल है? Are my audio settings okay? Just give me a moment. Nah, they aren't. They ain't. Yeah, now they're much better. Yeah, yeah. How's it going, भाई लोग? क्या हाल है? Did you get a chance to watch last night's, or not last night's actually, in India time it was in the morning, the fascinating game between United States and Paraguay. And yeah, it was quite something, man. It was really quite something. Give me a moment. Just hold on. Just hold on. I'm checking something. Just hold on. Hey, Vesper, not how's it going, man? Kya हाल है? How's it going? Did you get a chance to watch the game between United States and Paraguay? I thought the game was quite something, man. Nobody expected such a brilliant performance from United States, considering such a bad form they were in. They were not. I mean, I don't want to say entirely bad, but their form wasn't exactly encouraging under Pochettino. So yeah, I mean, uh, everyone was surprised. It seems. I don't think anyone expected that kind of performance, and they played like a proper Pochettino team. They played like a Pochettino team. That reminded me of Pochettino's team from, say, 2016-17. They were that good. Hey, what's up? What's happening, man? Balogun scored a brace. Of course, Thala for a reason. Thala for a reason. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, but the game was quite something, man. I genuinely did not expect such a good performance from the US. And of course, I mean, uh, if we have to get into that, there were so basically two games yesterday. One was Canada and Bosnia. It was from Group B, and the soccer game from Group D was between USA and Paraguay. And Canada Bosnia, to be very honest, I did not watch it. I watched the highlights today, but I did not watch the game last night. But I did watch USA Paraguay. And yeah, Canada Bosnia, it was Jovo Lukic who plays in the Romanian league. Jovo Lukic. He scored a header. It was a proper set piece routine. So he scored that goal. And Kyle Larin, who plays at Southampton, he scored, I think, in 80th minute or something like that, or yeah, 79th minute. He scored in that 79th minute. But from what I read, or from even I was talking to Rohit in the morning, and what he said was they were not good on the ball. They were not quick with their passing. So that's that. Hey Keshav, how's it going, man? Keshav is saying the only good thing about the USA game was their amazing stadium. Yeah, the game. So apparently that stadium has been built by Arsenal owners. So I think that stadium has been built by Kroenkes, if I'm not mistaken. I heard this somewhere. I might be mistaken. I might be wrong. But that has been built by Kroenkes. But man, the USA played really well. And again, I mean, nobody expected that. And they, as I said earlier, they played like proper Pochettino Spurs team. And they started a game with a kick out, and आजकल ये fashion हो गया है, like just like what PSG does. वो बॉल मिलने के बाद सीधा बाहर ये करते हैं, बाहर डाल देते हैं, so that they can press the opposition in their own half and won the position in that half. And they started off with that right away. And of course, it was signed that they were going to press high, and this is exactly what they did. And two things worry me about that game to the core. First of all, thought of Americans talking about soccer like they have invented it. And the second thing was, which is even more disappointing, was I saw Katy Perry with Justin Trudeau. I felt really bad. I mean, she used to date John Mayer, my boy John Mayer, who I absolutely love. That this Justin Trudeau, I mean, he just winds me up. He just winds me up, Justin Trudeau. So I mean, yeah, I mean, such a fall after dating my guy John Mayer. And Okay, I don't want to get too political. One might say that she is a daughter-in-law of Fidel Castro. If you follow politics, if you know your politics, you know what I'm talking about. All right, all right. Amazing seven stadiums. Oh my God, too much, too much. I had no idea that there was F1 qualifying, man. How is F1 qualifying more important than World Cup, man? Sanjeev, come on, man, grow up. So maybe that's so. What Shivranshu told me was that he can't attend because he has some assignments, or maybe he is watching F1 qualifying right now. Okay, we'll not let him join for the Brazil game watch along. That is for sure. उसको आज लेंगे ही नहीं Brazil game में साला F1 qualifying देख रहे हैं. But yeah, never mind. Didn't you see Speed with Zlatan and Henry? Yeah, I did watch it. I did watch it. I mean, speed is speed, right? Uh, I mean, I'm not his fan. I'm not his huge fan. I don't follow any what he does, but credit to the guy, man. He's being at the World Cup. He's sort of goes on CBS Studio, सब जगह पे जाता है वो. So yeah, credit to him. Yeah, I find him extremely ridiculously cringeworthy, but yeah, he's there. All right. F1 qualifying is more. Oh, fuck you, Sanju. F1 qualifying. How dare you? How dare you? But ठीक है यार, चलो यार. No, no worries. All right. Trudeau. Oh God, too much. Hey, Akash is saying that last round matches are held simultaneously, but groups which play earlier are at disadvantage because the later group games knows the condition for the third place and might play it in order to avoid some teams. Yeah, they might do that. They might do that. They might do that. Let's see. I like one petty carry. I'll be honest. I'm not Katy Perry ka music, but I mean, I like. I actually respected her because she used to date John Mayer. Now she dates Justin Trudeau of all people. So yeah, my respect for her has diminished a bit. Not that she's going to mind. I mean, she doesn't care about some moron on the internet who rants about Jack Callis and talks football, talks soccer. So I'm pretty sure she'll be fine. Hey, CM Saab, it's called soccer now. I don't make the rules. If we call it football now, we'll get 24. Oh yeah, seriously. Mangesh the pervert is back. क्या pervert is back? साले मैं बोल रहा हूँ जॉन मेयर के लिए बोल रहा हूँ मैं और किसी के लिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं जॉन मेयर के लिए बोल रहा हूँ मैं उसका स्टैंडर्ड क्या था जॉन मेयर का स्टैंडर्ड था और अभी क्या स्टैंडर्ड है कौन है ये साला ट्रूडो बट या uh, I mean getting back to the game we know what a fantastic manager Pochettino is but they had so many issues in qualifying. They had so many issues in qualifying. So they lost a friendly against Germany. And that can happen because they are Germany. I think the last game they played was against Germany. By the way, in that game, uh, uh, Anthony Robinson scored an absolute screamer. Just in case you have not watched it, go and watch it. It's a absolutely brilliant goal. He scored an absolutely brilliant screamer. They also defeated Senegal, by the way, 3-2. And it's again a decent team with the likes of Sadio Mane and Nicholas Jackson. They are AFCON winners or loser, depending on how you want to look at it. They lost to Portugal they lost to Portugal 5-2 and they lost against Belgium 5-2. So before that, a lot of people who are United States fans or a lot of US journalists, they were not exactly positive, optimistic about their World Cup chances. But yeah, oh man, they were so quick with the ball. They were pressing high. They started the game with a kick out, and then I think in starting minutes it was Freeman who went long. He gave it to Weston McKennie, and they created chance for Balogun, and it was a very good chance by the way. He did not score, but just went straight without. I mean, they were really ruthless throughout the game, and when they had the ball, they were playing with back three, and wherever I mean, when they had the ball, Anthony Robinson, he played in that sort of 3-4-3 role as a wing back. And I thought Anthony Robinson had a great game. He had an absolutely brilliant game, in my opinion. So that's that. And I think what killed Paraguay was they were playing with two-man midfield. And this has been pattern, especially in this World Cup, and or especially from last few World Cups, that any team that plays with two-man midfield, that I don't want to say that they don't go for far, but they are at a disadvantage when they're playing against a three-man midfield, and especially three-man midfield, which was so well drilled as the United States was, and which was quite a surprise because Pulisic. I mean, basically, Pulisic had two assists last night. I think the own goal tha, he got that assist. But so I read a stat that Pulisic had three assists from the start of the last World Cup, and he's on par with Harry Kane and Messi. Of course, this stat it doesn't mean anything, but he had a poor season with AC Milan. He was struggling to score, and last night he played like a dream, man. He was so good, and he played like the Pulisic we knew when he signed for Chelsea when he was at Dortmund. And amazing. He was absolutely amazing. He did not score for the national team since 2024. I think he scored one in friendly or something like that. But he had sort of poor run for the national team. But last night, he was in the first half. He was just amazing. Later, he had some issue with his calf, so he was taken off. But the issue is not serious, and he will be back for the next game. And and one of the, I mean, who was that right back? Cazares, right? Cesares, right? So Cesares was booked. And so Pulisic had him for a toast. He just completely murdered him. So Paraguay were at a disadvantage right from the start. And I thought, as I said earlier, I thought Anthony Robinson had a fantastic game. He was just brilliant. He had a tremendous game. He made a pass for to the Pulisic for that second goal as well. And when Pulisic left, it was Tillman. It was Tillman who played on the left hand side. He got good assist for Balogun's second goal. And what brilliant finishing by Balogun, man. He was so good last night. He was so sharp. It was an absolutely brilliant goal. And in the second half, I think what Paraguay did was they brought Diego Lopez inside. They played with three-man midfield. And when as Mauricio came on, Paraguay looked much better for the first 15 minutes of the second half. It Paraguay looked much more dangerous. US were on the back foot, of course. But one of the reasons they were on the back foot that they were so comfortable in that game that they did not probably they. I mean, I don't want to say they got complacency kicked in, but uh, they were fine with being on the back foot at least for those 15-20 minutes. And they could have made it five actually. So Tillman had a very good chance, but his finishing was just too casual from inside the box. Later, they sort of dropped deep and they started hitting Paraguay only on the counter. And the Reina's goal from outside of his right foot, it was excellent, man. It was such a brilliant goal, such a brilliant goal. It was so much. I mean, I quite enjoyed the game. I don't like the fact that the United States. I mean, see, I don't have as a country, United States. I don't have any problem with that. I have nothing but respect for them. They are very good with their theatrics. They know how to monetize things. But as far as football is concerned, I don't want them to do well because I mean, let's start talking out of their asses right away as soon as they get good. So yeah, that's about the game. All right. Oh yeah. I know. Katy Perry used to do it to Orlando Bloom. John Mayer. John Mayer dated Katy Perry. I think he dated Jessica Simpson. So I mean, Mayer का dating history is amazing, man. He has dated all the hot women. मंगेश 100%. I mean, इसमें कुछ बोलने की बात भी नहीं है साला. अरे भैया, मेरे को पता है भाई. Legolas from Lord of the Rings, of course. Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Brazil versus Morocco will be a banger. Yeah. Yeah, of course. 16. Okay, 16 पे अर्जेंटीना का मैच है, राइट? सो या अंडरस्टैंडेबल. अर्जेंटीना गेम मतलब अभी नींद को भूल जाओ. मेरी तो लगने वाली है, मतलब सबकी लगने वाली है हम लोग की. बट या डूइंग हम लोग तो आज तो 2:15 को चालू कर रहे हैं, विल स्टार्ट विद द ब्राजील गेम। उसके बाद देखते हैं कितना हम लोग कर सकते हैं, उतना कर पाएंगे, एज मच एज वी कैन पुल। अगर स्कॉटलैंड का गेम इफ वी आर एबल टू डू इट, विल डू इट, नहीं तो इट्स गोइंग टू बी स्लाइटली डिफिकल्ट। उसके बाद स्पेन का गेम तो करना ही है, कल विल डू स्पेन एंड नेदरलैंड्स, दोनों गेम करेंगे फॉर श्योर, पक्का करेंगे। तो या मंगेश अंक has सिडनी स्विनी, मंगेश सिडनी मॉक्स, या 100%, मतलब कुछ कुछ सवाल ही नहीं है, सवाल उसमें कुछ ये ही नहीं है, कुछ फर्ज ही नहीं है। तो या so I think Netherlands, oh yeah, I genuinely feel it's going to be an amazing game. I don't know about Germany versus Curacao because we are not sure about Germany right now, right? But Netherlands versus Japan, I think it will be a good game. I think it will be a very good game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Russell Crowe did a great job today. Real test against Turkey, I think, but it will be very, very interesting. Oh, Russell Crowe. Yeah. It will be a good test. Montella versus Pochettino. So it will be a good test. Balogun. Yeah. Yeah, but Balogun was really, really good, man. He was really sharp. उसका दोनों finish बहुत अच्छा था यार. Oh yes, oh yes. Reina channeling his inner charisma. बहुत बहुत सही था वो, बहुत सही था वो. हे ग्लैडिएटर भाई, क्या हाल है? मंगेश भाई, इंग्लैंड का सब, अरे क्या क्या मजाक चालू है, इंग्लैंड का कुछ ना कुछ हलता सलता होता ही रहता है साला, कुछ ना कुछ होता ही रहता है। सब सब कुछ चोरी हो गया साला। ठीक है, they will be back, they'll play, I mean they are a decent team with a very good manager, so I think they can go deep in the competition. What I don't want is they see, I think I'm really excited about the game tonight because Brazil versus Morocco, I for some reason don't like Morocco for some reason. I don't like them. I don't know why. मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता उनका टीम. I don't like Morocco as a team. By the way, Sofian Amrabat during the last World Cup had one of the best individual World Cups we saw. At least, I mean, he should. I don't know if he was part of that team of the tournament, but he had such a wonderful World Cup, right? And he was so good during that World Cup. But I don't think he's starting each. Is Sofian Amrabat part of इसका squad? I think he is, but let me just double check. Of course he is. Of course he is. And since he's playing with the legendary Anthony at Real Betis right now, I think I mean उसका मेरे ख्याल से उसका लेवल एक नॉच और बढ़ गया है. तो yeah, I mean, all right. Yeah, that's that. Oh, 16. Yeah. You like Uruguay. That's right. Uruguay का match है. Yeah. मंगेश, व्हाट हैपेंड टू द फेव? अरे किधर है, क्या पता, वो मैं इधर किधर रख देता हूँ, मेरे ख्याल से अंदर बाहर किधर तो पड़ा हुआ है, तो पता नहीं वो कहाँ पे है एग्जैक्टली, और पड़ा हुआ है। एक मिनट रुको भाई। ओके, चलो। और जो इंग्लैंड ने चोरी किया 200 साल पहले, उसका क्या? सारे पहले चोरी कर लो इंग्लैंड से। अरे यार। I don't know if you guys noticed or not, Mangesh has always played down chances of the teams he previewed winning the World Cup. If these teams don't win, but I'm not saying they will not win, but it's just that, see, uh, if this was your 32 team competition, I would have said that Spain are favorites. They might have slightly lighter defense, but and their midfield is amazing. They have fantastic attack. I would say, defense complements their midfielder. So that's that. But since it is a sort of a 42 teams competition, कभी भी format change हो जाता है, तभी कुछ भलता ही हो जाता है यार। मैं तो समझता ही नहीं है क्या होता है। I mean, the example I keep giving on each and every stream is Portugal from 2016. Portugal क्या कर रहे थे 2016 Euros में? They were horrible. They did not win a single game in group stage और ये हो गया. So I am a bit skeptical about that. Otherwise, I would have said that Spain probably are favorites. But I don't know. I don't know now. I mean, it's going to be round of 32. Just in case a Spanish player gets injured, what happens then? Someone like Lamine Yamal gets injured, what happens then? If someone like, say, someone from Brazilian midfield, Bruno Guimaraes starts acting like an absolute deadly killer and वो पूरा एकदम अनलीश कर दिया उसने स्पेनिश मिडफील्ड के साथ, तभी क्या होगा? तो दैट्स द रीजन आई डोंट नो आई डोंट नो नाउ फॉर श्योर। मुझे कुछ पता नहीं है क्या होगा। You look at a team like Argentina, most of their players were having a bad season or average season, but so did Christian Pulisic, and we saw how well he played, right? So मुझे I just don't know. This World Cup is far more unpredictable than usual, in my opinion. ऑल्सो आई एम ऑलवेज स्केप्टिकल कि कोई भी वर्ल्ड कप के पहले कोई भी टीम रहती है जिसको हम लोग चांसेस देते हैं कि वी थिंक ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर टीम एज फेवरेट एंड दैट टीम रेयरली विंस इट। बहुत रेयरली जीतती है वो टीम। एंड उसका रीजन ये नहीं है कि बाबा देयर इज सम काइंड ऑफ अ कर्स और समथिंग, बट it the predicting in 32-man World Cup is most definitely difficult. Predictions in general are difficult, and when you have 48 team ka World Cup, I find it really difficult right now. I hope Brazil wins it, and I still think they have a chance because they have a fantastic manager. But then again, there is that thing that every team that has won the World Cup has had manager from the same nationality. I don't know how that's related. Because if you look at someone like Carlo Ancelotti, we are talking about one of the greatest managers of all time. He knows how to manage people better than most on the planet, most football managers on the planet. He knows how he is probably the most tactically flexible coach at the moment. How do you make sense of that? उसका सेंस कैसा करेंगे हम लोग? How will you make sense of that? So I'm really skeptical. मुझे पता नहीं है क्या होगा. Amrabat made an entire career out of that one tackle on Mbappe. Yeah. But he had such a wonderful tournament, yeah, CM Saab. He was fantastic during that World Cup. That I don't know why, but Mazarawi just winds me up. Just winds me up all the time. मुझे नहीं पता क्यों. Yeah. वो हमेशा मुझे मेरा दिमाग खराब होता है उसको देखने के बाद. I'm just checking their squad. All right. Yeah. Is Hakim Ziyech still part? I don't think so. एक मिनट मैं देख रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. नहीं, he's not. He's not. Hakim Ziyech is not part. आजकल खेला किधर है ना वो ज्यादा किसी टॉप लेवल पे खेला ही नहीं है, राइट वो? Yeah. What do you think about the signing of Bernardo Silva to Real Madrid? It's a fantastic signing, man. Very smart signing. See, that's the thing, right? Of course, Real Madrid make sort of their huge money signings, but at the same time, they make a lot of smart signings like Bernardo Silva, right? Bernardo Silva is such a wonderful player, man. I'm a huge fan of Bernardo Silva. You will not hear a word against him from me. Again, one of the reasons being he winds up rival fans. He's actually, I don't remember him winding up United fans, but yeah, he's one of those rival players I can't hate. He's a fabulous player. He can play in the midfield too. He can play in that midfield three. No midfielder likes anyone running at them with the ball at his feet, right? He can do that. He can play on the wings. He can drop deep. I mean, there are so many roles in that attacking setup he can occupy. So I am a huge Bernardo Silva fan. I think it's a very smart signing. बहुत अच्छा signing है ये. And again, Real Madrid, for all their Galacticos and all that, they have made so many smart signings in the last few years. So yeah, good man, good. If we miraculously win the reporter line, greatest. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Dexter, don't say that, man. Don't say that. And I don't think it will happen as well. ये World Cup जितना कोई बिल्कुल ये नहीं है. But oh my god! I mean, I can't even think about it. Soccer. I mean, they're good at so many things, man. But I don't want to. I don't want. It seems they are getting good at football. And मैं उनका पूरा स्क्वाड चेक कर रहा था. It seems that they have a blend of youth and experience. So many of their players. अभी मैं कल का लाइनअप देखता हूँ ना. Just give me a moment. Almost, I think 10. मुझे उसके just hold on. Yeah. All right. So I don't know much about Matt Freeze. उसके बारे में कुछ भी पता नहीं है. So it seems that he has played most of his career in the United States. But you have someone like Freeman who's playing at Villarreal. You have Richards who plays at Crystal Palace. He's part of the three-man defense. He's a good defender. He had such a wonderful game, man. Both him and Reem used to watch Reem at Fulham week in week out. Robinson is still at Fulham. So probably that helps उनके partnership के लिए. And both Reem and Richards, they were putting out so many good balls last night. You had Adam who plays at Tyler Adams who plays at Bournemouth. He was so good when sort of Paraguay started pressing and they started dominating the game. I thought Tyler Adams had a fantastic game. You had Weston McKinney. क्या खेला है वो कल? He was just drifting for the first goal. Uska run from right to left. It was such a brilliant run. Thielman played on the left hand side, a left attacker, and he had a great game. We know all about Balogun. We have Dest. I mean, basically that link up between their right hand side, that Freeman, McKennie, and Dest. It was so good, man. The way both Dest and McKennie they were interchanging positions, it was so good. So yeah, they are a good team, man. And it seems we haven't even talked about Timothy Weah. They have Timothy Weah. They have Giovanni Reina. And Giovanni Reina, it's easy to forget he's just 24. Just 24. And all these guys are playing in top leagues. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about Sebastian Berhalter. मुझे उसका नाम भी याद नहीं रहता. Sebastian Berhalter, I don't know nothing about him. I think he has played most of his career in the United States, if I'm not mistaken. एक मिनट भाई लोग. Yeah, Columbus Crew, Austin FC, Vancouver Whitecaps. Vancouver. He's currently playing at Vancouver Whitecaps along with I think Thomas Muller. So yeah, but yeah, good team, man. And I love Pochettino. I wanted United to sign Pochettino in 2019, uh, but that did not happen. Yeah. अरे ये तो 3 साल पहले हुआ था, right? Brazil versus Morocco, which Morocco won, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, लेकिन ये recently हुआ था ऐसा लगता है मेरे को. Let me check. Brazil versus Morocco 2020, 2023, right? Yeah, Morocco won that game. I remember that. Buffal and Saviri scored and Casemiro scored for Brazil. Yeah. I remember this game. 2-1. Yeah. Saw some reports of 64 team World Cup. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. लौड़े लग गए बहन चोद. लौड़े लग गए. 64 team World Cup मतलब. Yeah, that's right. Physicality and see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm a bit skeptical about Spain's chances. I'm not saying that they will not win the World Cup, but I'll not be surprised if they win the World Cup. I'll be surprised if they win the World Cup, considering how physical the other teams are, or how physical the other teams can get. Just imagine Argentine midfielder decided to do a number on Spanish midfielders. Of course, we are not talking about. They are no dummies. They have Pedri. They have Zubimendi, but Zubimendi had some difficulty in adjusting to the in the Premier League, especially in the second half of the season. He was okay-ish. He wasn't great. But again, all these players are playing in top leagues. I'm a bit skeptical about Spain's chances. And to be very honest, I don't know who's going to win. I want Brazil to win, and I will not. I want them to win. Let's see. एक round के बाद we'll have better idea. But after one round of games, see, I mean, वही तो है, वही तो बोल रहा हूँ मैं. मतलब they 2000 they came close to winning and see क्या होता है ना कभी कभी कि I always say that I don't know if destiny exists or not, but if 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 people want something for a long time, they eventually get it in the end. That happened with India's World Cup in 2011 when I wanted Sachin to win. It wasn't just me, it's 100 crore people who wanted Sachin to lift the World Cup uh, for God knows how much time. And that did happen. Same happened with Messi. So during the last World Cup, I always had that Sachin and Messi ka parallel in my mind. So I always thought that I'm not going to say I knew that Argentina were going to win the World Cup, but I always had a sense that Argentina might win the World Cup. Uh, but yeah, it's very difficult, man. Very difficult to predict कौन जीतेगा. It's always been difficult. 2018 में वही हुआ था, right? We were talking about it last night. कि Spanish team they were unbeaten during qualifying and before the World Cup, and Lopetegui और Spanish Federation का झगड़ा हो गया. He was sacked, and they were all of a sudden they were terrible. So yeah, it's very unpredictable. So I mean, I a lot of people sort of predict very confidently. I am never confident about predicting anything because prediction in general is very difficult about anything. Be it your financial trends, predicting about anything is difficult. Prediction, human beings are not sort of we are not wired in to make correct predictions in general. Yeah. Mangesh, the matches you which you can't don't watch along, can you upload a short? See, the problem वही है कि I'll definitely try to do that. I'll definitely try. See, I mean, the point of this is that कि I can talk about the games that I maybe I could not watch along or something. तो मतलब ऐसा लगा मुझे कि यूएस का शायद करना चाहिए तो सुबह वॉच अलॉन्ग बट लेकिन आई वाजंट श्योर कि क्या मैं कर पाऊंगा वॉच अलॉन्ग या नहीं कर पाऊंगा. आई नो फॉर फैक्ट कि ब्राजील का मैं 100% करने वाला हूँ तो मैंने वो किया बट सी वर्ल्ड कप आई मीन इट्स मोर देन अ मंथ रिमेनिंग तो as we go along we'll have better idea क्या होगा वर्ल्ड कप में. तो yeah but yeah I take your point Vesper. I'll take your point. Hey Saurav, क्या हाल है यार? Nice. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for the logo. And USA turned seriously, man. What pop. And as I always say that I'm a huge Mauricio Pochettino fan. तो मैं तो बहुत खुश हो गया मैच देख के. I am happy for Pochettino more than the USA. I'm happy for Pochettino. I love that manager. Separately, what are your thoughts on Poch? Recent times he is the most Man United type management. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. So in 2019, it was quite clear. So I remember the day when Jose Mourinho was sacked, and I don't recall who Spurs were playing that day, but Spurs के press conference में press officer actually instructed every journalist to not ask a single question about uh, the manager's links with any other club. So of course she meant Man United at the time. So at the time, it felt that it was done and dusted. Pochettino to United will happen. ऐसे तभी लगा था सबको. Unfortunately, that did not happen. And see, I always say this. I must have said this like 100 times on this channel that the United board are a bunch of absolute clowns. I absolutely love Ole, and I loved what he did with United in those early days. I think he did much better job at United than people give him credit for. But just imagine giving him full-time contract after March. Are fucking idiots. At least wait for the season to end. And right after that game in Paris, United's form went down the cliff. And United ने तभी क्या किया basically because of that one decision. पूरे इसमें यूनाइटेड का क्या हुआ कि I mean basically United ruined future of three clubs with one stroke. I don't want to say United ruined United's future because Ole did a decent job, but Pochettino could have gotten the best out of that year because Pochettino, let's face it, is a better manager than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But लेकिन क्या हुआ कि Ole stayed at United. Pochettino stayed at Spurs and he was sacked the next season. And for at least for some time, that game cemented PSG's position or PSG's sort of what can you say? PSG's reputation as eternal bottlers. So that game completely ruined the future of three clubs, in my opinion. बहुत बहुत बुरा हुआ उस गेम के वजह से. Yeah. When did when, oh, so it must have happened in 98 World Cup, ना? क्योंकि 98 World Cup had, so basically 98 World Cup में तेरा ये था, you had Scotland, Brazil Scotland था, Brazil Norway था, the game which Brazil lost, and it was Brazil Morocco if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. ये तीन था I think. Haiti, of course Haiti नहीं था, ये तीन teams repeat हुआ है 98 World Cup से. And that game was a draw, right? Was it a draw? अभी याद नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को. See, I'll tell you something. ये साला नींद नहीं हुआ ना, you forget things that you otherwise remember in general. ये हमेशा होता है मेरे साथ. Also, you think with hydration break, yeah, I mean that's irritating. Yeah, like I mean, I'll tell you one misconception have people have about ये कि वो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि अरे football is being Americanized. Of course, they are sort of doing Americanization of football. But तुमको क्या लगता है? Premier League is the Americanized version of the football league. Premier League started earning money because they decided to adopt that American model. Monday Night Football क्या है? Monday Night Football is not an original UK का concept. It's American concept. The likes of your Martin Edwards and ये डेविड डीन और स्पर्स का ये मैं हमेशा नाम भूल जाता हूँ उसका with the guy before Alan Sugar. But all these guys used to attend NFL games to understand कि कैसे monetize कर सकते हैं. Because Martin Edwards, because he wanted full control of Manchester United. Martin Edwards ने खुद का घर मॉर्गेज कर दिया था यार. खुद के घर पे मॉर्गेज लिया था उसने. तो these guys took tremendous risks. और तभी ऐसा था इंग्लैंड में, इट वाज अ टैबू वो कि अरे यू कांट अर्न मनी फ्रॉम फुटबॉल. अरे तो यार तुम्हारे ओनर्स क्या करे, दे आर पुटिंग, उनके जेब से खर्चा हो रहा है, राइट? बट it was sort of ये था कि earning money from football or from your football club was a taboo. तो yeah, I mean, yeah, Americanization, they are taking it to the next level. ये चूतियागिरी हाफ टाइम ये सारा क्या बोलते हैं कि ये वाटर ब्रेक्स के टाइम पे एडवर्ट ब्रेक्स दैट रियली वाइंड्स मी अप. वो मेरा दिमाग खराब होता है वो देख के. बट प्रीमियर लीग इज द अमेरिकनाइज्ड वर्जन ऑफ फुटबॉल. दैट इज अमेरिकनाइज्ड वर्जन. You just give me a moment, huh? Just give me a moment, guys. Yeah. Oh, I did not know this. I did not know this. I did not know this. Wow. Hey Pawan, क्या हाल है यार? Messi all the way, man. I mean, this is not even a comparison, Pawan. Messi is just head and shoulders ahead of every footballer I have seen. I mean, I remember back in 2011, there was always sort of comparison between Messi and Ronaldo. We are talking about 14 years back, 15 years back. And at the time, the argument was that Ronaldo was more of a match changer than Messi because he was playing for that Pep Guardiola team and all that. But at the time, Ronaldo was a match changer who could change the game with a stroke, a single stroke of his genius. He used to score long rangers and that kind of stuff. So he had that. But later, slowly, everything started changing. Ronaldo became that sort of ruthless robot he who could do anything for anything to score, and he sort of between that 2012 to 2018 या 19 उसने पूरा खुद का talent maximize कर दिया. But later it sort of started happened that when Ronaldo started playing, your team got affected. So Manchester United signing Ronaldo was a terrible idea. Manchester United re-signing Ronaldo was a terrible idea. क्योंकि even though Ronaldo scored 20 odd goals, United का gameplay got affected. United did not play well after that. So whenever Ronaldo goes to any team, and that's the same thing with Portugal, कि बाकी पूरे team को they have to put a lot of efforts for him, and मतलब he's become that status figure. You can make the same argument about Messi कि हाँ, you need runners around Messi. Messi can't do much on his own, but whenever Messi does something, it's still out of the world. You can't say that about Ronaldo. So yeah, I mean, overall player Messi has always been. Ronaldo is still a deadly striker. He is a still deadly target man. Uska header extraordinary, but Messi is head and shoulders ahead of Ronaldo, man. Yeah, I mean, they could win it. कुछ कुछ भरोसा नहीं है साला किसी का. But their problem again is they have sort of immovable object as a striker. देखो नींद खत्म होने के बाद ये प्रोनाउंसिएशन की भी लग जाती है. Ronaldo can't move. He can't make runs like he used to. Just imagine Bruno Fernandes creating loads of chances and Ronaldo not being able to do anything about it. It will be really frustrating for him. For Bruno, I mean. So yeah. Who is the best manager? I don't know, man. I mean, see, I mean, if you are talking about just manager, it has to be Carlo Ancelotti. But it is Carlo's first stint as a national team manager, right? You have two World Cup winning managers who are still playing right now. You have Scaloni, and Scaloni, in my opinion, in the last few years has done a tremendous job, and that's why I don't want to write off Argentina, is because small changes Scaloni keeps making to that team, they're extraordinary. They're extraordinary. They lost the first game in the last World Cup, and all of a sudden everything was gloomy for Argentina. But he started making those small changes in the second half of that game against Mexico. He brought in Enzo and he brought in Julian Alvarez, and they were a completely different team. I still think that for Argentina, it is going to be very difficult because this time their main man is, of course, Messi will play, but I think Julian Alvarez has more to give because he is much better player. So I mean, yeah, Scaloni, I think he has done a tremendous job for Argentina as a coach of Argentina. What will be your Brazil's front line against Morocco? हाँ, see, मैं ना वही चेक कर रहा था, ठीक है? Just give me a moment. I'll check दो लाइनअप लास्ट के गेम का ब्राजील ने क्या यूज किया था. Let's check what lineup they had against Egypt. So in that game, they sort of played with Rafinha, Vinicius, and Thiago. So it is quite clear that Vinicius and Rafinha is both of them are going to play. Both of them are absolute killers. So both of them are going to play. But I think it's sort of a toss up between Thiago. I don't think he will play. He will start high, and he also has Mateus Cunha. I think Cunha is. See, I'm not saying this just because he is a United player. But I think Matthias Cunha adds something different to the team. So he can play. He can play as a target man. I'm not saying he is a target man, but he can play as a target man. He can play as a number 10. He can play on the left or right hand side. So I think Matthias Cunha adds something different to the team. Matlab, if if Thiago started the last game against Egypt, there is a possibility that he might start. क्योंकि I think Thiago scored a couple of goals recently. मैं एक बार check करता हूँ. He has only see that's the thing, right? He has only played a couple of games. He has only played 4 to 5 games for Brazil. एक minute, huh? He has of course, had a good season with Brentford. ब्राजील के लिए उसने कितना हाउ मेनी गेम्स हाउ मेनी okay, he has scored one goal against Panama, and I think even Hyan scored one. Hyan or Hyan, he scored one goal against Panama. So, yeah. I mean, actually, he doesn't hate Messi, but he likes Ronaldo, and he has a tussle between Ronaldo and Messi fans. So he doesn't hate Messi, but he likes Ronaldo more. So if you like Ronaldo more, you are going to have harbor some dislike towards Messi, and that's the same with the Messi fans towards Ronaldo. And as I said, I don't support any team. I would love it if Brazil wins it, but I don't support any particular team. Yeah. Hey Nilesh, yaar, kya haal hai Nilesh? How's it going? Yeah, 98. Oh, Brazil won 3-0. Why did I say think they drew? Because they lost against Norway. But yeah, Brazil won 3-0. अरे नहीं, but the thing, see, क्या हुआ ना? The problem with that was they could buy it because it was on stock exchange. So it had something to do with regulations or lack of them. Yeah. And when Glazers bought United, David Gill was our chief executive. It wasn't Martin Edwards. It was David Gill. उसके पहले पीटर कैनियन था, then Peter Cannon decided to go to Chelsea. But yeah, could there be a league-like structure in upcoming World Cups? Like, but then वैसा हुआ तो players will keep playing, right? It will be very difficult for difficult calendar to manage. ऑलरेडी वो साला चूतिया कॉम्पिटिशन ये लोग चालू कर ही दिया है, राइट? वो नेशंस लीग, हु द फक केयर्स अबाउट नेशंस लीग, मैन, आई डोंट गिव अ शिट. तो वो कर ही दिया वो लोग ने. Bro, explain to these newbies that the first match they loser are not. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, they still have. I mean, they just need to win one game, and they have a huge chance of going to through the next round. ये वही तो है ना, ये चूतियागिरी है साला 48 टीम्स का. क्या किसी को फर्क पड़ता है 48 टीम्स? तो नेक्स्ट टीम क्या क्या 64 करोगे, उसके बाद 100 टीम करोगे? क्या मजाक है यार. ऑल्सो मार्टिन डेमिकल्स became a, huh? I had no idea about this, huh, Dexter. Thanks for this, but I had no idea about this. So Yaya Toure became the manager and Martin Demichelis became the manager. Yeah. Hey man, how's it going? Well, it's fun. It's fun. I enjoyed the US game. I don't want them to game. I don't want them to win because they will just can become an. Of course, they're not going to win the World Cup, but I don't want them to go too far because they'll just get super annoying. But yeah, I had a good I had a good time. The first game was pretty boring. So I watched. मैं बोलता हूँ मैंने 2.5 गेम देखा है. तो पहला गेम देखा मेक्सिको वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका. इट वाज वी डिड द वॉच अलोंग फॉर दैट, लेकिन वो बोरिंग गेम था. बट या इट वाज द फर्स्ट गेम ऑफ द वर्ल्ड कप, सो आई एम फाइन विद दैट. I watched the second half of the second game between South Korea and Czech Republic. I thought South Korea were fantastic. So it's going to be a good game between South Korea and Mexico. I think it will have a good game. But yeah, I'm having fun. Then Brazil are playing tonight. So yeah, all good. Second division side SCU Torrens will play the UEFA Europa League next season. They achieved the historic Europe after stunning. Oh, wow. Wow. After stunning Sporting Lisbon 2-1 to win the Taca de Portugal. Wow, wow. See, I mean, yeah, I mean, João Neves, he played João Neves as right back. So I don't know what he was trying to do. But Roberto Martinez, I mean, see, I think Roberto Martinez sort of he gets criticized a bit unfairly for his job at Belgium. Belgium, despite their golden generation, they were amazing in attack, but they were never going to go past they were never going to go past France, man. France were just too good. वो होने ही वाला नहीं था. So I see what you're trying to say. I understand that, but they are. Belgium इतना अच्छा नहीं था. Belgium had an excellent attack. They had decent midfield and good defense. They had extraordinary goalkeeper, but मेरे को नहीं लगता वो ज्यादा कुछ ये करने वाले थे, उखाड़ने वाले थे उसमें. But again, that is just me. हे अजिंक्य, आज नक्की रात्री ये वॉच alongला. Brazil versus Morocco. No, no worries, man. No worries. Do join us during the watch along tonight. Not just Maradona, Pawan. It's see. I said yesterday, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh of football are Pele, Maradona, and Messi. These three players were just class apart. They were head and shoulders ahead of other players from their generation or from the previous generation. So yeah, for me, it will always be Pele, Maradona, and Messi. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Who will be Brazil starting number one? Was it so? At times it was Cunha. मैं एक बार ये चेक कर रहा हूँ. When they won 6-2 against Panama, yeah, they started with Cunha. But in the second half, कार्लो ने 10 प्लेयर्स उसका चेंज किया उस टीम का. 1 2 3 4 या 11 से 11 बदल दिए यार. Yeah, he kept Pereira on, except for Leo Pereira. He changed each and every player from that. ये तो so actually they played well in the next. They played well in the second half. In the first half they were okay, and mainly because they only played with two-man midfield. They had Gimares and Casemiro. So second half में he brought in Danilo, Fabinho, and Lucas Paqueta. And I'm talking about Danilo Santos, of course, not the right back. But उसके बाद उसने change किया. So there is a chance that Tiago might play. As a Madrid fan, I really want Enrique to have a good World Cup. He has a caliber to. Yeah, fair enough. Good player, man. Who cares about that, man? वो इतना ridiculous trophy, and I just simply don't care about that. If somebody have well-functioning brain, they usually can recognize miles ahead. Then why do some Ronaldo fans? I mean, it's not that, right? It's just fandom. It's just fandom. You like Messi, we like Ronaldo. I am one from the minority fans who is not a huge Ronaldo fan, despite being a United fan. It's just I mean tribalism that's always existed in football, man. So it's solid. अरे डेंजल डमफ्रीज यार क्या प्लेयर है. आई थिंक ही इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट कैन वी से ही इज क्वाइट अंडररेटेड बिकॉज आई रिमेंबर इवन इन द चैंपियंस लीग फॉर इंटर मिलान ही वाज एक्सीलेंट in those two semi-finals. So I'm a huge Denzel Dumfries fan. But yeah, now that Real Madrid have signed Denzel Dumfries, I think United should make a bid for Trent Alexander-Arnold. That won't happen because Vasquez has left. So that won't happen. But yeah, sorry, well, not Vasquez. Carvajal has left. So yeah, that won't happen. But just saying, just to piss Liverpool fans off. But again, वही है ना अनुज क्वार्टर फाइनल भी पहुंचना ये टाइम डिफिकल्ट है बिकॉज this time's quarterfinal is last year's semi-final, right? Or last World Cup semi-final. So it's not going to be that easy actually. इतना easy नहीं होगा. But yeah, let's see क्या होता है. They have home advantage. They might as well do it. And I personally think this United States team is definitely better than Mexico. Matlab, the way they played, they definitely played better than Mexico. South African was just rubbish. So probably Mexico did not even have to switch their gears. But Paraguay at most definitely better than South Africa, man. And I thought Paraguay were better in the second half. When अपना ये Diego Lopez basically midfield में shift हो गया. So they were good in the second half, at least for first 20-25 minutes. So yeah. No, but it's see, Belgium had great players, no doubt about that. But other teams, France had better players, man. France had N'Golo Kante, 18-year-old N'Golo Kante, who was was sensational. In the midfield, they had someone like Axel Witsel, who I think is a good player, but France had Pogba and N'Golo bloody Kante. How can you compete with that? France had Antoine Griezmann, of course. Spain, these guys also had Hazard and De Bruyne. So I think France had better team than Belgium, and they also had probably they had manager who knew his players. So that went in their that went in their favor, in my opinion. Three clubs. See, Real Madrid. Even if you don't like Real Madrid are one of the biggest clubs in the world. I think Real, Barca, and Manchester United, as far as the fan clubs and the market they occupy, I think these are three of the biggest clubs in my opinion. Yeah. नहीं रहे नहीं 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 चेक किया मैंने नहीं 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 चेक किया बिल्कुल नहीं चेक किया I think Ronaldo hit I don't I mean again it's football tribalism right so yeah I take trend seriously also if yeah seriously man we should just एक चीकी बीट चाहिए उसके लिए एक चीकी बीट चाहिए बस जस्ट टू पिस लिवरपूल फैंस बहुत मजा आएगा या अंशुल भाई क्या हाल है यार डू जॉइन अस फॉर द वॉच अलोंग टुनाइट Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pawan. Yeah, I mean, see, क्या होता है ना? See, I am not sensible. It's just that I am old. I mean, you don't want to talk to Mangesh of say 2007, 20 years back. I mean, oh my God. Yeah. अरे एंटनी गॉर्डन इसे क्या होता है ना आजकल क्या हुआ है ना इट्स जस्ट दैट अर्लियर इट वाज बारसा और बारसा का प्रोफाइल बहुत अलग था बारसा इट वाज ऑल अबाउट Ronaldinho's and Romario's and that kind of stuff. Now they are signed players like Anthony Gordon. I think Anthony Gordon is a very good player. I think he is a good signing for Barca. I think he will be a better signing than Marcus Rashford because I think he's more disciplined. He's bloody quick. He's a good player to have in your team. I think I like Anthony Gordon. I would have loved him at United, but that's fine. It's okay. I'm not saying that he will start each and every game at Barca. He simply can't, right? He can't start ahead of Rafinha. लेकिन वो उसको पुश करता रहेगा, right? Oh, he will keep pushing him. That kind of player he is. So yeah, I'm a fan of Anthony Gordon. I like him. Yeah, okay, all right. Got you, Dexter. Hey Rowan, क्या हाल है यार? No, I haven't watched Yellowstone. I haven't. Yeah, I did say Hazard, but it's just six letters. Yeah. Okay, I'm a huge Hazard fan. I mean, Salah, Alex Ferguson wanted to sign Felipe Anderson for 30 million. He wanted to dish out sort of splash 30 million, 30 odd million so on Felipe Anderson and not Eden Hazard. Yeah. Come on, yeah, Fergie. A couple of signings I think United should have made. One was Arjen Robben when he left Real Madrid and while he was going to Bayern Munich. We should have signed him, man. We should have signed him. उसको साइन करना चाहिए था यार उसका I mean, last 7, 8 years of Arjen Robben were sensational. Sensational. We should have signed Arjen Robben. Uh, we would have won that 2009-10 ka season. We should have signed him, man. He was that good. Yeah, fair enough. It's different for different people, right? For me, it will see as far as your market share is concerned. See, Manchester United are still the biggest club in Asia, but again, that is changing, right? Because all the young people. So when I was young, when I was a kid, it's I had most United, Arsenal, and Chelsea. These three clubs, or even Liverpool, the Liverpool for that matter. But Manchester United occupied the highest market. As far as I'm just talking about the marketing and that sort of stuff. But because Manchester United were winning at the time, like most of the kids today, they follow either Barca and Real Madrid. Because Real Madrid or Barca का marketing Asia or even India में बहुत अच्छा हो गया, right? So most of these kids they follow either Real Madrid or Barcelona. So I get that. मुझे मतलब I have not seen much following आई एम प्रीटी श्योर तो वहाँ यहाँ पे फॉलो बायर्न म्यूनिख के बहुत सारे फॉलोअर्स हैं, बट ज्यादा मैंने फॉलोअर्स देखा है इट इज ईदर इंग्लिश और स्पेनिश टीम्स, नॉट इवन इटालियन टीम्स, इंग्लिश और स्पेनिश टीम्स। आई एम प्रीटी श्योर बायर्न म्यूनिख के फैंस है यहाँ पे, बट आई थिंक दैट इंग्लिश और स्पेनिश टीम्स के फैंस यहाँ पे ज्यादा है। या या ओह टेल मी अबाउट इट, आई एम गेटिंग ओल्ड साला बोल रहा है, टेल मी अबाउट इट। नहीं लेकिन क्या है ना कि सी football, most United fans in India, and as you rightly said, are it's more than humble. We are old. We are old. I will be 40 next year. So we have been there, done that sort of stuff. If you look at a lot of Premier League fans, the old fans of say Liverpool, Chelsea, United, all of us are old now. So we have seen both side of ये कि एक देखा है जब we were winning everything and now we are just at times we are just dog shit. But yeah, we have seen that. तो वो हो जाता है, yeah, makes sense. Quickest start. Gordon is the quickest the start showed up in top five leagues. Matlab, I did not get what Rohan is trying to say. Please enlighten me. Hey Pratyush, क्या हाल है यार? How's it going? See, yes and no, right? It's extremely difficult to win two World Cups on the bounce, but at the same time, if any team can do it, it's in this World Cup. So yeah, and that's the thing, right? My concern for Argentina was that a lot of their players they were playing badly. They have had these okay season, average seasons, but look at Pulisic. He was mainly because of injury. He did not score for Milan in that from January, if I'm not mistaken. But he was excellent for United States. And the thing with Argentines is when they wear their Argentina jersey, they're a different breed. So yeah. Oh my God, he was excellent. Eden Hazard in 2018 World Cup was one of the best players of the tournament. What a what I love Eden Hazard यार. क्या player था यार, क्या player था. And nowadays क्या होता है ना कि you see a different side of ये players in the sense Eden Hazard who was unplayable in that 2018-19 वो पूरा 3-4 साल, and then he went to Madrid, he got injured and he decided to leave, so he decided to retire. Same with Gareth Bale, he decided to retire. Same with Juan Mata. At Manchester United, he was sort of mini retired, right? He wasn't playing each and every game. He was exploring the city. He was doing his a degree from the University of Manchester, that kind of stuff. So actually, I mean, we have that sort of. We grew up watching Sachin. We grew up watching Zidane's and Messi's and Ronaldo's, who are absolute madmen when it comes to achieving their goals, right? But a lot of these players, they have more to do with their life, right? You look at someone like Gary Neville and say what you want about Gary Neville. Gary Neville is one man who sort of eats, drinks, sleeps football, right? Same with Carragher. But a lot of these footballers are exploring other side of things, and I like that. I really like that. You can't. क्या होता है ना कि it's let's just say that life is short to be good at just one thing, but at the same time, all human beings are multidimensional, right? फुटबॉलर्स का करियर 30 समथिंग के बाद खत्म होने वाला है. उसके बाद they have to sort of start exploring other side of things. Look at someone like R. Ashwin, right? R. Ashwin, I mean, he's as good as any broadcaster right now, right? अभी के लिए देखोगे. If you look at Dinesh Karthik was a very good player, man. He was a very good wicket keeper. लेकिन we had Thala for a reason, number 7. So yeah, but so that's the reason he wasn't going to go that far, right? So मतलब I like that कि how players are now started sort of exploring different aspects of life, and it is possible for them to do that. पहले all the cricketers used to uh, uh, work in sort of they were employees of some other organization. You State Bank of India, your Muffat Lals, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's good. Barca's attack will be Gordon and a striker with Yamal at right, and number 10 will be Rafa. But Barca play with three-man midfield, right? A lot of times. Oh, at times it's Danny Almo who's playing as number 10. Okay, okay. अरे 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 ठीक है रे चलता है रे yeah. As long as Hansi Flick is there in Barca, Madrid ain't winning shit. No, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है यार. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. मतलब yeah, I'm not really sure. We'll have a different live stream after the World Cup ends about Jose Mourinho. I'm not really sure about Mourinho. We can have a separate 1 hour about it. Yeah. Hazard, Cruz, Gundogan, Bellingham, Haaland. Restart मत कर दो. I will cry. Yeah. Yeah. बट बेलिंगम और ये किधर से आ गया हालैंड किधर से आ गया इसमें मतलब आई डिड नॉट गेट इट मैनेजर मोड में आई स्टार्टेड मैनेजिंग मैन यूनाइटेड आई एम टाइटल दिस विद सिटीज पर्सन यूरोपा लिंक अच्छा 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 नाइस नाइस I'm still early 20 my following only one Premier League I've only seen struggles yeah man I get that I feel you man I feel you I like Messi more but again see क्या होता है ना कि it's see Ronaldo is easier to emulate. So for Messi, you need that sort of God-given talent, right? Ronaldo is easier to emulate. I'm not saying easy to emulate because that guy is an absolute animal. That guy is a madman. But he is easier to emulate. So I like I like Messi, but I know a lot of footballers they prefer Ronaldo because, as I said, you can reach Ronaldo's level. Of course, you can't reach Ronaldo's level because Ronaldo is an absolute genius. But you can at least sort of target that. मेसी का लेवल टारगेट करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है यार यू नीड गॉड गिवन टैलेंट फॉर दैट यू नीड नेचुरल टैलेंट फॉर दैट वो ऐसा नेचुरल टैलेंट किधर है वंस इन अ जनरेशन प्लेयर ही इज या let's not even talk about that night in Bilbao. It was horrible, man. It was horrible. Red Spence world champions out so wrong. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Oh yes. 100%. क्या sprint है यार उसका? Gordon is the sprinter, no doubt about that. Ank, I'm making your team. Jakas. बना दो भाई, अपने को बना दो. Thank you, भाई. Thank you, अंशुल भाई. I hope so. I hope so. हे सुमितायन, क्या हाल है यार? क्या हाल है? मुरली. हाल है क्या? I see. I am a United. I bleed United red. I bleed United red. You have no idea how much I bleed United red. But yeah, मतलब क्या हुआ है ना कि वो 24/7 ये करने की आदत थी. United. And yeah, during my engineering and all those 5, 6, at least for 7 to 8 years, I was just unbearable for non-United fans. But yeah, I mean, you grow old, right? You grow up. Of course, I just because we may wind up Liverpool and Arsenal doesn't mean you don't respect them. They are great clubs. Yeah, रोहित आउट हो गया अच्छा मुझे लगा आपने रोहित की बात कर रहे हो वो भी आउट हो गया हो अभिषेक तो पक्का आउट हो गया उसको जो बहुत जल्दी हम लोग ये करने वाले करने वाले लेकिन उसको कोई साला फ्री ट्रांसफर पे भी लेने के लिए तैयार नहीं है क्योंकि पता है वो साला कुछ काम नहीं करेगा Yeah. Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan were such good opening pair. Yeah, they were really good. They were really good, man. They were really good. But see, again, my favorite opening pair of all time will always be Sachin and Ganguly. Dada was such a great opening batsman, man. And उसके strike rate देख के लोगों को लगता है he wasn't a good ये क्या इतना कैसे कम strike rate है but Dada could switch the tempo of his game based on the situation. So I will always be that Sachin and Ganguly fan because I like that righty and lefty combination. So yeah. See यार मरीनियो has passed his best. उसका प्राइम खत्म हो गया है. I mean, that club broke Mourinho. Mourinho could not manage the Real Madrid dressing room at the time. And what kind of man? I mean, Mourinho otherwise was politically so astute, but he decided to take on Casillas of all people, क्या कर रहा है? People, they call him Saint Casillas, Saint Iker for a reason. Hmm. Oh, okay, okay, got it, got it, got it. I hope. I find Morocco irritating for some reason. I don't know why. It is one of those. They have so many good players, but I want Brazil to win. I want Cunha and Casemiro to win. I find them slightly annoying. I don't know. I don't know why. A midfielder you can think win a Ballon d'Or in future. Uh, See, Ballon d'Or किसको मिलता है जो Champions League जीतता है? The guy who wins the Champions League and all that, and also puts insane numbers. You have someone like Pedri who puts insane numbers. I'm a huge Pedri fan. Uh, you have Vitinha. Agar, if I mean, this is again, if Portugal wins, I don't know somehow. There is a chance also. I mean, you can also have Bruno Fernandes as a Ballon d'Or candidate, but you will also have Vitinha as a Ballon d'Or candidate, right? Vitinha had such great season, great last 2 seasons. He has been absolutely brilliant. So you never know, yaar. Vitinha bhi ho sakta hai. See, forget about World Cup. What if Portugal wins the Euros? There is a good chance that Vitinha might actually win the Ballon d'Or. You never know. Yeah, good to him. Good to him. He's a decent manager, still young. Good to him. I don't have anything against Ruben Amorim. At times, I found him insufferable. I'm glad that he is not at United because the fucker was not about to change. But still, I don't have anything against Ruben Amorim. He shouldn't have been at Manchester United. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't consider those clubs big in which Ebra. But see, that's the thing with Ebra, right? Ebra could be at times he was so insufferable at times. And yeah, Ibra was fantastic player, fantastic target man. But again, he made your team a bit static. Yeah, I like Zlatan. I like Zlatan. I like saw such madman players who are constantly driven. I like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Make no mistake about that. But yeah, yeah, Nico, I think, see, one thing, see, I'll tell you something. Once you get older, you realize that, ठीक है, God given talent और ये सब ठीक है, but it's not always about God given talent. कोई भी talent हम लोग बोलते हैं. So it's actually about system. See, you are always naturally good at something. And Messi is naturally good at that particular thing. उसका बहुत ज़्यादा ये है, बहुत ज़्यादा ceiling है उसका high. क्योंकि when he was 9, 10 and he used to play with in under 19s and he used to sorry, not under 19s, under 15s, and he used to kill them. So he had that right from the start. But yeah, I agree with you. Uska hard work is, see, the point I'm trying to make is ki people can't emulate Messi. I think your Prince Boateng said something in one of his along with Rio Ferdinand that before the game he used to do just his own stuff, FaceTime with his kids and family and that kind of stuff. Other people can't do that because they're not as good as Messi. Messi could pull that off. Someone like Gary Sobers did not like practice. Sachin was sort of that single-minded person who wanted to practice, but Brian Lara did not care about practice. I'm not saying Brian Lara did not spend time in TA in the nets, but he wasn't as big in net practice as Sachin was. तो ये हर एक का अलग अलग ये होता है राइट सिस्टम अलग रहता है हर एक का अलग अलग नजरिया होता है या या समझ गया है रोहित पॉडकास्ट वाला नहीं All right, guys, I'll just wind up in a couple of minutes. मैं खाना खा लेता हूँ मुझे थोड़ा सा काम करना है और उसके बाद अपने को रात को 2 बजे कनेक्ट भी करना है I'll just go through the remaining comments and मैं ये कर देता हूँ Karan, it's gonna be satisfying like yeah agreed. Look at Neymar and Nazario, all these players are nice, but they all like yeah fair enough. United with a backline of Licha, Guardiol. यूनाइटेड में किधर से आया लीचा ग्वार्डियोल ग्वार्डियोल किधर से आया यूनाइटेड में My all-time go-to opener due to always hidden Langer. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Also, but yeah, for some reason I find them annoying. For no reason. क्या उनका कुछ गलती नहीं है इसमें, लेकिन I find them annoying for some reason. So yeah, all right. मैं देखता हूँ और कौन सा कमेंट है कंटेंट कॉर्नर. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Underestimate the hard work they put in. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, he does, but he will not start, right? Hendrik will not start. अभी से गुड नाइट विद है ब्राजील मोरक्को वॉच अलॉन्ग के लिए वो नहीं हो पाएगा. ओके गाइस, इट्स गोइंग टू बी मी एंड सम ऑफ यू गाइस. माय डीपी इज लटन. ओके. ऑलराइट. एक मिनट. अंशुल पूछ रहा है ड्रॉप बाबा. अरे मुझे नहीं पता यार, वो अभी जब भी लाइट होगा ना ये वर्ल्ड कप थोड़ा सा, तभी वो पोस्ट करने वाला ऐसा बोला था. बट anyway guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I'll see you at 2:15 for the watch along. हम लोग ये करेंगे क्योंकि स्विट्जरलैंड और कतार, मतलब अगेन एज आई सेड आई हैव टू सॉर्ट ऑफ मैनेज ये थोड़ा स्मार्टली रिसोर्सेस कैसे मैनेज करने हैं वो देखना पड़ेगा. सो आई डेफिनेटली डू द वॉच अलोंग. ये करेंगे. रोहित, हाँ, या अनुज, रोहित मोस्टली ज्वाइन करने वाला है, मुझे पता नहीं, उसने बोला तो था वो सुबह बाहर जाने वाला था, लेकिन वो मोस्टली ज्वाइन करेगा. लेट्स सी. एनीवे, थैंक यू गाइस फॉर ज्वाइनिंग. लेट्स आई सी यू ड्यूरिंग द वॉच अलोंग ऑफ ब्राजील एंड मोरक्को. और उसके बाद देखते हैं, अगर नींद नहीं आया, if we can pull it off, we'll do Scotland, Haiti, और देखते हैं. We'll see that. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you in 4 hours or 5 hours. Bye.